For thousands of years, the sands of Egypt have guarded secrets of one of history's greatest civilizations. Among these mysteries is the astonishing fact that the body of Pharaoh, believed to be the very ruler who opposed Prophet Musa alayhi salam, remains preserved for over 3,600 years. Unlike ordinary bodies that turn to dust, his has stood the test of time. But why? What makes Pharaoh's body so unique? The answer lies at the crossroads of history, science, and faith. Pharaoh, the ruler of ancient Egypt, is remembered not just for his power, but for his arrogance. The Qur'an describes him as a man who declared himself a god, oppressing the Israelites and rejecting the message of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. When Musa alayhi salam confronted Pharaoh with Allah's command to free the Israelites, Pharaoh refused. Even after witnessing miracle after miracle, the staff turning into a serpent, water turning into blood, locusts, frogs, and plagues, his arrogance only grew. Finally, when Musa alayhi salam led the Israelites out of Egypt, Pharaoh pursued them with his army. At the Red Sea, Allah parted the waters for Musa alayhi salam and his people to pass. But when Pharaoh and his soldiers followed, the waters closed in, drowning them. The Qur'an captures Pharaoh's last desperate words. I believe that there is no God except the one the children of Israel believe in, and I am of those who submit. Surah Yunus, verse number 90. But it was too late. Allah responded, Now, when you had always been disobedient and among the corrupters, so this day we shall preserve your body, that you may be a sign for those who come after you. Surah Yunus, verse number 91 to 92. This verse is remarkable. It foretold that Pharaoh's body would be preserved as a sign for future generations. Fast forward to the 19th century. In 1898, the French archaeologist Victor Loret discovered a royal mummy in the Valley of the Kings in Luxor, Egypt. Later studies identified the body as that of Merneptah, son of the great pharaoh Ramses II, who many historians believe could be the Pharaoh of Moses. The body was astonishingly well preserved, not completely mummified like others, but naturally intact in a way that baffled scientists. Unlike typical mummies, which were embalmed through complex rituals, this pharaoh's body appeared to have undergone a different process. So why hasn't Pharaoh's body decomposed after thousands of years? Scientists have proposed several explanations. Pharaoh's body may have been preserved by a unique combination of factors: immediate burial, hot desert sands, and salts that naturally dehydrated the body. This would have slowed bacterial activity, preventing normal decay. Research shows traces of salt and minerals in the body's tissues, likely from the Red Sea itself. When Pharaoh drowned, his body absorbed these minerals, which could have acted like preservatives. Unlike ordinary drowning victims, Pharaoh's body was likely recovered quickly by his people and subjected to embalming attempts. This, combined with the natural effects of salt, created an unusual preservation state. From a faith perspective, Muslims believe the Qur'anic prophecy explains it best. Allah himself preserved Pharaoh's body as a sign for mankind. Science can describe the how, but only revelation gives the why. In the late 20th century, French scientist Dr. Maurice Bucaille studied Pharaoh's mummy in detail. He found evidence of salt crystals in the body, suggesting death by drowning, injuries consistent with a sudden and violent death, preservation that was unlike typical Egyptian mummification practices. Dr. Bucaille was deeply struck by how the Qur'an, revealed over 1,400 years ago, mentioned the preservation of Pharaoh's body in detail, something no human could have known at the time. His research led him to embrace Islam, concluding that such knowledge could only have come from divine revelation. Now the question is, why is this preservation important? Pharaoh's preserved body is not just a scientific wonder, it is a powerful reminder. It confirms the truth of the Qur'an's words. The fact that his body exists today, exactly as described, reinforces the divine message. It provides rare physical evidence of events connected to religious scripture. It is a warning against arrogance, oppression, and the rejection of truth. Pharaoh had everything, wealth, power, and authority, but his pride led to his downfall. Pharaoh's body stands today in the Royal Mummies Hall of the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Thousands of people come to see it, often unaware that it fulfills a prophecy written in the Qur'an centuries ago. It is a reminder that no matter how powerful a person becomes, no one can escape death or the judgment of Allah. The rulers of today, like Pharaoh of the past, may believe their power is eternal. Pharaoh's body tells us wealth cannot save you, power cannot save you, arrogance cannot save you. Only faith, humility, and obedience to Allah matter in the end. So why hasn't Pharaoh's body decomposed in 3,600 years? Science points to a mix of natural factors, salt, dehydration, and embalming. But faith points to something greater, the fulfillment of Allah's promise in the Qur'an. Pharaoh, who once declared himself a god, is now reduced to a lifeless body on display, proof of his weakness and a timeless warning to humanity. His story teaches us that power and pride lead to destruction, but faith and humility lead to eternal success. Truly, his body is not just an artifact of history, it is a living sign for all who reflect. Don't forget to comment. If you like the video, please like and share it. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to regularly receive such videos on the history of Islam.